I want to compare two stocks today. I want to compare ORC, which has a dividend of 13.01%, versus Apple stock that has a 0.68%. If you own $1 million worth of Apple stock, you get a whopping $6,800 a year if you own Apple stock. That's $6,800 a year might come in handy. You won't be able to live off of it. Forget the betas, forget the earning per share. If you have $122 in your pocket, you can get a dividend of 20 and a half cents. Now, if you have $24 in your pocket, you can get more. It's 6.5 cents per share. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times a half is 2. So 26 cents in dividends for $24, and it was 6.01 is what it closed at. $6.01 is what it closed at. $6.01 is what it closed at. So for $24.04, you can have 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26 cents. But if you want to have $122 in your pocket and a little change, you can get 20 and a half cents. Far better stock is ORC. ORC had a earnings per share of 3 cents, and the earnings per share on Apple was more than 3 cents, but they're not giving any of it back to you. They're not giving you enough money for $122, $122, and they want to give you 20 and a half cents quarterly? Seriously? Apple wants to do that? Why would anyone want to buy Apple? Even if you bought $10 million worth of Apple, you'd only be making, what, 68 grand a year of $10 million investment. A $1 million investment in ORC gives you more than $130,000 a year. I wonder which stock is better. If you use an app, some people use an app. They'll use Webull, Robinhood, Stash, whatever the app is. Or you can use the no-fee broker. The ones that I always come to mind is the one at Vanguard, which I've used in the past. And then the other one would be Charles Schwab. Those trades, if you do it online by yourself, cost nothing. Okay? So if you happen to have a $10 bill in your account, whether it's your Stash account or your broker account, say Charles Schwab, you can buy one share for $6.01 was at the close today. It'll go up and down. Doesn't matter. $122 will buy you one share of Apple. If you buy 4 shares, 4 shares for $24.04 at today's close, then you have 4 shares. You beat the dividend of Apple. 20 and a half cents versus 22 cents. I wonder which is better. Of course, ORC is better. Here's the thing. If they cut the dividend, sell the stock and buy one of the other stocks that give you 10, 11, 12%. Apple. I had a problem with my iPhone today. It overheated. I plugged it in and it was stuck at 9%. I had to cool it down. I went to Taco Bell. I bought a burrito. I had my senior Baja Blast for free at this particular Taco Bell and asked for 2 cups of ice. I put the 2 cups of ice on the front of my phone to cool it off. Then it started to charge. So not only does Apple, well, this is what I'm doing for my upload, is using an Apple device to upload to YouTube, that it had to be cooled down. And then You know, they don't make a good enough product that it can be at 120 degrees. How are people who are in Palm Springs, who are playing golf at 118 and 121 degrees supposed to charge their phone if it doesn't charge when it gets to 80, 90, 100 degrees? You have to get some ice. You know, if you're at Arizona, Nevada, or Southern California, any one of those places, and your cell phone is overheating, and you happen to go to maybe you're vacationing or whatever, doesn't matter. Well, you could be vacationing, like I said, Nevada. You want to play golf. I know Palm Springs has a lot of golf courses. I'm sure you can go to Arizona and golf and other places too. I think the Bob Hope Classic is in Palm Springs. I heard that. I don't know. I don't play golf. But if you're at 120 degrees in Palm Springs, if you're at 118 degrees, I was in Arizona yesterday. Yeah, Arizona. It was warm too. If you're at 118, or Vegas gets up there to 110 or something like that. I'm not sure. What you need to do if you're vacationing is go whatever hotel. If you're using a hotel and you're not sleeping in your car and you're not sleeping in a motorhome and you are sleeping in a hotel, go to the hotel, and if they have an ice machine, get the ice machine and fill up the bucket with ice, and put your phone in a plastic bag. Make sure that the ice cannot get into, the water can't get into the top. You just cool it off. Or take 2 cups of ice water from Taco Bell or a place like that and place them on the top of the phone, and then you'll be able to cool your phone down. Apple devices, I use them. I used to use the other one, the Android. But my ex-girlfriend and I were on the same plan, and she just loves Apple. So I got apples through her. I used her leftovers. This is her leftover 11. She has a 12 now. So my ex-girlfriend gets me onto these Apple phones. So not only is the dividend so whack that it can't even be 5%, a $1 trillion company can't make a cell phone that can be in 125 degrees temperature and charge. ORC doesn't have that problem. They'll give you 13% right now. Maybe if a whole bunch of people like you guys start buying up ORC, it'll go down to 12 or 11 or 10%. A lot better than Apple. You own $1 million in Apple stock, and you know what happens? You get $6,800 a year. Or you buy ORC and get $130,000 plus. It's 13.01%, so 130,000, 130,000 and what, 100, something like that. I don't know. 1,000, 130. It wouldn't be 131. It'd be $130,000, $100 a year for a much better deal. That's how come when I look at stuff like Berkshire Hathaway, I'm disgusted by people like Warren Buffett. You know, he was telling how he wanted to sell all those airplane stocks, and those small time investors snapped him up because the price went down because of the pandemic. Now they're recovering. The airline stocks are probably going to recover and start flying people as soon as the pandemic is over, and they're going to create a great deal of value that Warren Buffett looked away. So I don't put a lot of stuff in Warren Buffett. I don't put a lot of stock in Apple as a device or Apple as a company. So Apple versus ORC. ORC at 13% or 0.68%. $120, $122 plus a share, or $6.01 a share. I like ORC over Apple. It just makes sense. You know, if Apple was such a great company, they make a lot of money, give it back to the investors. Give it back to the shareholders. That's what a $1 trillion company should do with part of its money. To get a $1 trillion company, its equity is $1 trillion plus. investors are losing money in Apple. Well, in dividends. You could give at least an 8% dividend. It doesn't have to be 13. But no, Apple just wants to be cheap with the people who invest in it. Apple versus ORC. ORC, I own ORC. I don't own any Apple. ORC is close to what you call a penny stock. $5 a share is a penny stock, okay? $6 a share is a little bit above that. A lot of the stocks that are going to be recommended on this channel are $22, $25 or less. They can be in a penny stock range or not penny stock range. But they're not going to be, well, if it was a stock like Berkshire Hathaway at 200 and something dollars each, the dividend's not going to be zero or very low. If it was an Apple stock, if it's going to be someone like Apple is selling, it's going to have a better dividend. I'm not going to tell you to spend $122 plus. I'm not going to tell me to spend $122 plus so I can get 20 and a half cents every quarter. In my opinion, it's a bad investment. ORC, in my opinion, is a better investment. Hey, look, if ORC stops putting that 13%, sell that. Somebody might buy it. Sell it before it goes all the way down to a zero dividend. A lot easier to sell a $6 stock than a $122 stock to me. You know, some people need to sell some ORC. I think I sold some, I need to raise some. If you need to raise a capital, you can sell a little bit of ORC. You can sell a little bit of your stock to raise some capital temporarily and then go back and reinvest. ORC versus Apple. My investment is in ORC, not Apple. Peace out. I do that because of the brown-haired girl on the other, brown-eyed girl on the other channel. Her people are, I'm not saying her people, her family and I were just really close for a long time, about 30 plus years. So I picked up some of their habits. The mid-'80s is when I started dealing with her family, the brown-eyed girl's family. So peace out. Live long and prosper. I've been dealing with that since I was a boy. Have a jolly good day. For the Anglophiles out there, and as the Scot says, God bless America.